Hi there guys, welcome back to my channel Wander and Flourish. Today I want to talk to you about something that's quite close to my heart, and that is knowing our values and principles can actually help us get unstuck in life and can help to guide us where we need to go. Why do values and principles matter? Why does this stuff matter? How can it help to guide us in our daily life? And most importantly, how can we really figure out what our values and principles are so that we can live in alignment with them? So stay with me to the end of this video and we'll find out the answers to these questions and how it can actually really impact your life for the better. So first up, what are values? They are principles or standards of behaviour. Now, each person can use their own judgment of what is important in life to them to help determine their values. Okay, so how can our values and principles help us in our life? Well, our values are almost like a compass, so it can give us direction. If we know that we want to be a loving individual, then that can help us to guide us in a loving direction. But a principle might be something like we choose to love other people as we love ourselves. So we do to others as we would like done to us. So that would be a principle that we can live by. So why does knowing our values and principles actually even matter? What is the point? What's this big deal? Well, it really helps us to get clear on our decision making. When you know what truly matters to you, then decisions that you make can become a whole lot clearer. It's like you're putting your decision through a filter. And if you value family, then what comes out the bottom is something that's got to be in alignment with your value of family, and you filter out the rest. So for example, if you are given 2 job offers, one requires you to have lots of time away from your family, but it's high paying. The other job, on the other hand, allows you to stay at home more with your family, but you get paid less. It's still enough to look after your family well. If you put both of those jobs through your filter, the one that comes out the bottom is the one that's in alignment with your value of family, and the other one gets rooted out because that's not in alignment with your values. So values, knowing your values can also help to build your self-respect and your confidence, because every time you stay true to you and your values, you reinforce your own self-worth. This is the reason why you're here, and it shows that you love yourself. You're listening to the deepest part of yourself. So if you feel bad about doing something, for example, if you speak about someone and it was unkind and you feel a little bit guilty about that later on, that is your deep values trying to tell you that you shouldn't really be speaking about other people in a negative way. This is how our deepest values talk to us. And if we can start to listen to these voices and align ourselves, so the next time not speaking about other people in a negative way, that will reinforce that we are listening to ourselves. We are taking care of ourselves. We're loving ourselves. So this will allow you to not only trust yourself more, you'll actually feel a lot less stuck in life. You'll know where you're going. You'll know the things that trip you up. You'll know the pitfalls, and you'll start to steer clear of them, the things that make you feel bad. So knowing your values can also help you to set better boundaries. For example, if you value peace, then you will start to avoid situations or people which rob you of your peace or cause chaos in your life. So you'll find ways to spend less time with these people because you now value your peace. If you value growth, then you'll stop setting easy routines for yourself that don't challenge you. If you're someone who values growth, then you will be willing to accept difficult routines where you're doing the hard thing daily, and that is what is going to help you to progress. You'll take your fear and you'll actually punch fear in the face. So knowing your values creates deeper connections, not only a deeper connection with yourself, but also a deeper connection with other people. Because when you know who you are and what you stand for, then the right people will be drawn to you, and you'll attract people into your life that are based on your authentic self. So how do we discover our values and principles? So one way that we can do this is we can think about a time when we felt incredibly proud of ourselves or someone that we love. We can ask ourselves, what was it that was being honoured at that time? This can point out to us some of our deepest values. Or what about a time where we felt deeply ashamed or frustrated at ourselves? Can we ask, what was it that we had went against or violated that made us feel so guilty? Next, we can look at our role models. What do you admire about your role models? Chances are that it's their actual principles in action that you value about them. Do they stand up for other people? Are they patient with other people? Are they loving with other people? If you can see someone putting these values into action, it's a wonderful thing. Lastly, we need to reflect daily. So we need to think about if we're living in line with our values and our principles, because our values and principles may change over time. So we need to check in regularly just to see how we're matching up. If we've drifted off from our values and our principles, can we come back and realign ourselves with our deepest values? So some questions that we can ask ourselves are, what matters most to me? What am I unwilling to compromise on? These questions will help us to analyse what our deepest values are. What kind of person do I want to be? What qualities do I want other people to see in me? So at the end of the day, knowing our values and our principles can actually help us and guide us to make better choices in life. It can help us to live a more honest and authentic and fulfilled life. So if this video resonated with you, please give me a like and subscribe, and comment down below what your core values are, and let's inspire each other. Thanks for your time today.